everybody, this is Michelle with Creative Operation, and today I have a quick tutorial on an idea that I had, and I just wanted to share it with you. And what I'm doing is I'm using Your Creative Studios fall box that I got, and it's amazing, and I used almost everything in this project, and I have like a ton left over. So if you haven't received one of these boxes yet, you need to, because like you have so much that you can play with, and I just thought it was really fun to do. And I had this idea. It's based off of, you know, those loaded envelopes, those stuffed envelope ideas. But what I wanted to do is make it not super duper stuffed, but stuffed enough to where it would be really fun to either give as a gift or, you know, in and of itself, or be able to add it into a journal. So I just wanted to share this with you. But I did a video kind of unboxing this, but we got these really cool pieces, and I was like trying to think of different ways to use them. So we've got these long journaling pieces. There's a ton of them in here. We have these newspaper pieces that I absolutely love, book collection here. We have some stamps. We had the washi tape that I used. I used a couple bits of this pattern paper collage pieces. I did use a couple of the leaf stamps here. These papers were amazing. The Mushroom Jungle ephemera pieces, and I used several of those in there. And then I also used some of the twine as well. And then this kit had rub-ons. Oh my God, I loved the rub-ons. So I hope future kits have them because they were great and they worked beautifully. I did use some of the rice paper in this project. And then this kit also came with some long pieces of paper, some really nice ones, and some of them had adhesive backs on them and some of them didn't, but I used that. Now the only things I didn't use, and I kind of hid them under the paper here, were these washi wreaths, and I didn't use the stamps this time. But I have other projects, you know, in my brain, so I just wanted to share with you like how much of this box I actually did use and how much I actually have left over, so they're well worth, you know, the money, that's for sure. So what I decided to do was do kind of like a stuffed envelope, but I wanted to do it kind of slimline, I guess you could say, so that it wasn't super, it was stuffed, but it wasn't super thick. And then my idea was that either, you know, this could be a gift, this could be a nice flat mailing gift, or by adding this clip, what you could do is, you know, as you're working on a junk journal, you know, this could be a junk journal insert and just have it clipped to a page or a cover. And then you not only have pieces that you could use in your journal, but you also have this beautiful pocket piece. So that's kind of where I was going with that. So then I was like, okay, so how am I going to do this? So I'm going to show you exactly how I put this envelope together, and then I'll go through the parts and pieces with you. So first off, this is a junk journal that I have made that I'm still working on. It's just random papers, coffee dyed papers that I had, some scrapbooking papers, just a paper bag here. I just did a simple pamphlet stitch to show them in. So this is something that I'm working on, and this is going to be part of this book, I think. So, yeah, I'm just gonna real quick, I did some like flips. I don't know whether these are gonna end up being pockets or not, but I just did a small 6x8 or 6x9, 6x9 I think, journal. Let me see, I'll measure it. Yeah, 6x9 journal, and I just started with one sheet of scrapbook paper. I cut it at 9 inches and folded it, and then I just started adding papers. So you can see like some of them you can stick out the ends. I didn't much care, but this is really kind of cool too, because the clip that actually holds this in the book can be decorated. So I went through, I have this, like when I dig stuff out, sometimes if I don't use them, I just put them in this little container and I have it sitting off to the side. So I went through that and I grabbed the clip and my little light bulb, and there's a clock hand here and a key, and then I just used a bulb pin and put them on the end of that bulldog clip, and it made a cute little charm. So you have a little dangly as well. I added some clips and some butterfly paper clip that I had, all that stuff. So let me let's first go through this. I think we'll go through this first, and then I'll show you how I made it. So let's do that. So again, this is from stuff from Your Creative Studio. I added the metal embellishments myself, and then the papers that I used to make this base of this are actually coffee dyed papers that I did myself. But let's start at the top pocket here. This is a giant tag that I made, and it's actually a tag that I had in my stash. So it had printing on this side, and then on this side it was plain. So I used some of those long papers to cover that, and then I used some of the rub-ons for that. And then this is some of the twine from that packaging for the papers. So like these papers here, they already looked worn, and I added that to the corner, added a couple rub-ons, and isn't that gorgeous? It's just a beautiful tag for this top pocket. Right here, what I did was I used one of those little pieces of collage paper, and I just made like a little secret note here, so you can have a little bit of secret journaling, and then I put one of the stickers on there, and that just clips to the side of this pocket here. So I'm going to just put that here. In this pocket, in this top pocket here, so this has a lot of pockets, so I'm going to take these out and show you that there's a pocket not only here, but there's a pocket here, and there's a pocket here. So I just took out all of those pocket pieces. So what I did was I took one of those papers again from that paper collection, and I glued it onto a piece of coffee dyed paper, and then I just cut it out and made like a little booklet. Okay, so but it's a shaped booklet, which is kind of cool for lots of journaling. And then I took a paper clip and I added a twine bow, and there you go. And it just is, it's beautiful, and it's just a nice little tuck, and it's very simple and very thin. On here, I used one of the rice papers, and I covered a piece of accordioned coffee dyed paper that I just cut into a tag shape, okay? And then this was the tag from the papers, the paper packaging from this, and I just kind of inked it and glued it on the top and put a little twine in there, and then just decorated that. And so there's a nice little journaling spot here. This is from the packaging from the stamps. And I said in the video when I did the unboxing that this was beautiful and I was going to use it. So I did. So I just pulled it out. I covered it on the back with some of my coffee dyed papers, and then I inked the edges. I added a little paper clip in case I wanted to clip something, but I just thought the clip was really pretty, and created a journaling spot for there. Here is another one of those little booklets, and on this one, because the edge wasn't straight, I cut around. So when you open it up, you can kind of see where I cut out, but I wanted to kind of trace around there, but I wanted it to be a booklet as well. So I did that, and it's simple, but it's super beautiful and effective. And here, I'm going to show you how to make this too. This is a business envelope that I took some of the vellum papers from the collection, and I just covered around the window. I put coffee dyed paper on the back, and then one of the little pieces I just put in the corner just for a little added interest. And then those long pieces that came in the kit. So this one here says roses are the I can't talk today. Roots are the branches down in the earth. Branches are the roots in the air. And I backed them onto coffee dyed paper. So you have kind of like a slimline journaling spot, or bookmarks. They could be used for bookmarks. I mean, and I only did 3, but I could totally do so much more. But I thought this was fun to use a business envelope that I recycled from my bills, and create a little pocket for those to go in, so you can see them through the pocket, and it makes a nice little holder, okay? And then you can journal on the back of this as well. So that was that pocket. So then the next little section of pockets, and again, you can see there's a pocket here and a pocket here. I did another little booklet with a smaller piece. And this one here was kind of like the accordion idea, except it opens out like this. And on the inside, I took some of the papers left over from covering the outside of the envelope, and then decorated on the inside. So a little kind of journaling spot using one of the newspaper pieces on the front. And then on this piece, I had a little piece left over from stuff, so I just did a little booklet here. And then in my little stash of stuff that I hadn't used, I had a little tab here from another paper collection, and just made a little pull tab for that. So that was in that pocket. And then in this bottom pocket, and again, pocket here, I took some of the adhesive stamps and I just clipped them together, and I thought that was a cute little, not only like a decoration, but also something I can use in the journal. the lovely card that is the thank you card. I always include those in one of these projects because I think they're gorgeous and you can take those and use them. So I put that in there. And then here, what I did was I made a little coffee dyed paper envelope. And this one I used a butterfly clip on, and then I used one of the adhesive stamps that came in the kit here on the corner. And because these envelopes are so small, I just kind of angled them off to the side, and I thought it was kind of pretty. And then in the envelope here, I just put a little note card here. So that's a cute little secret journaling spot that you can use. And then just the little butterfly clip on the top there. And then this one, same thing, another stamp and another card. So I just made 2 of those. So then on this here, you can see my coffee dyed paper here. So I made the things. I'll show you how to put together. And then I covered them with the papers from this collection. And then I added some rub-ons. So I have some rub-ons here. I have that little vial here, here. And then on the back, we have some more pockets. So on the back here, I covered it with the paper. I added some washi tape here, and I added a couple rub-ons with this cute little ribbon rub-on that was in the collection. I just thought that was really pretty in the bottom. One of the patterned paper pieces, I just kind of glued that onto the side for a little extra. You could put a picture back here. You could add more things if you want. And then this page back here has 2 pockets. All right, so I did 2 more of my tags. So again, the back side was already covered. I added some rub-ons around here. This was a little wreath I thought was pretty to kind of hang from the top here. And then on this side, I added the paper, and this had texture on it. I just loved it, and I put a little leaf rub-on up there to add a little bit more color. And then this one here, on this side here, I added a strip of paper that I ripped and inked. I added an eyelet, some twine, and then on the back, more coffee dyed paper, and then another little bit of the newspaper paper that I wanted to, you know, kind of just add a little something to the back of that. So lots of journaling space, lots of fun things that you can do. And then this all loads up. Okay, so let's show you how to make this. All right, I'm going to kind of pop these back into my little pockets here. You can see I didn't want this to be like super full because, again, my thoughts were put this in, you know, a journal. Make it so that it can be part of the journal. Make it so that it could, you know, be slim and not be too full. But it also could be, and I'm putting them in the wrong spots here. It also could be totally, you know, a thing in and of itself too. But it's kind of a slimline kind of version, I guess you could say. And I tried to stuff it, but I tried not to stuff it, overstuff it. So I hope that makes sense. And then I got this long tag back there. So isn't that pretty? I just love how that turned out. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so and then again, where'd my clip go? What did I do with my clip? I left it in my book. So you could take your clip, you could clip it to, you know, the inside front. You could clip it to, you know, the middle somewhere, wherever you wanted to. But when you clip it, it's going to stay, and you can take it out, and it's interactive as well. Okay. So then let's show you how to make this. So I've already made 2. It requires 3 pieces of paper that are 8.5 by 11. I made 2 of them. This one here, all I did was I scored it at 1/2 inch on one side, and then I folded it over. And basically what that does is make a tube. Okay. So I'm just going to grab my glue, and I'm going to put some glue on here. And fold it over. And you'll need to make 3 of these. So again, they're 8.5 by 11. I scored on the 11-inch side. I scored at 1/2 inch, and then I just folded it over and created a tube, okay? And again, this is a junk journal, so it doesn't have to be super precise. You don't even need to score it if you don't want to. You can totally just do it by eye and feel, however you want to do it. So one of them I keep plain. The other one, I folded up about 3 inches. And let me double check, because I just want to make sure that I tell you the right thing. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, and all right. So then, so you can measure if you want about 3 inches. So that's about here where my finger is. So I'm just going to fold that up. All right, and burnish that down. So that's the next piece that will go. And then this piece here, I only folded up about 1 inch. Okay, So again, you can take your ruler and you can totally, I actually eyeballed it when I did it the first time, okay? And fold that up about an inch, okay? And that is all of the folding, okay? So you have these 3 pieces here. Let's get that off to the side, okay? So one full open-ended tube. This one's folded up 3 inches, and then this one's folded up an inch. So then I just layered them like that. So I put this piece with the 3-inch fold on top of the full-length piece, and then I took this piece and put that in the middle. So this 1-inch piece folds up, and that's what closes the pocket to the longer piece. That'll give you the pocket here, 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 and here, 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 and then the one in the top, okay? And then on the back, you'll end up with a pocket here and a pocket here. So then the next thing that I did was I just glued it all down. Okay, so first off, I'm going to glue this 3-inch side up. And I'm just putting a thin line of glue. And then gluing that side up. And then this is the other reason why you don't want to fill it too full. You want to have kind of skinny embellishments in here, little booklets, little tags, little envelopes, whatever, because you really don't want this paper to rip. You know, it is thinner. If you want to cover with pattern paper first, totally do that, which is another thing you can do, or you can put it on afterwards, however you want to do it. I'm just going to show you kind of the process here. So then I'm going to glue up the 5-inch side up here. And then this piece is going to lay down on top, like right at the bottom edge. You don't have to do the bottom edge with glue, because you're going to cover that with the next piece that has the 1-inch tab. Okay. All right. So now you'll have that. And then I'm going to glue this up like so. Okay. So I'm just going to glue on this side here. You can actually you can glue it all the way up because it's going to fold anyway, right? All right. And then I'm going to place this in that crease and fold it up. Make sure everything's kind of lined up. And glue that down. And that's, really all I did. I mean, it's super simple. I was just playing around. Now, if you want this to be more sturdy, you can totally use cardstock to make this. But like I said, I was actually thinking this would be an insert, a junk journal insert, a stuffed envelope insert for your junk journal. That's all I was thinking. Okay. Then let's see. You can take your circle punch and you can punch some circles in the outer pieces. So I'm going to eyeball this. I'm going to stand up so you can see it. I'm just going to kind of eyeball in the middle, and then that's how I punched a lot of these things. There was this side. The other thing you can do is you can, and I did it on the other side, but this is the same thing that you can do, is just take your scissors up the middle, cut a slit, and then fold that back to the corner, okay? And then you can either cut those off, or you can fold them back in and glue them down, okay? And then that'll give you kind of a triangle piece pocket. So that's another thing that you can do. And then just boom, then you have your pocket here, and then you have a pocket here as well, okay? So those are some options for you, but I'm going to do these because I want to show you. Go about the middle, okay? So this is where you can make sure that there's a pocket here, there's a pocket here, now you've got a pocket here, and so on. So I did it on this one, and I didn't go quite down. I did it maybe about a third because I wanted to keep a lot of the pocket, so, but just in the middle, all right? And then this one here I didn't do because it was so short. If you wanted to, you could, but it's so short I couldn't get the thing in there, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So that's basically how I did it. And then that little envelope, the little envelope for the sticks. Let me show you this. This was so cute. These little journaling, I don't know what to call them, slimline journaling sticks or something. I don't know. They're cute. I love them. So the envelope here, this is a business envelope. And all I did, I figured out how tall I wanted the envelope by, you know, kind of looking at the sticks. I wanted them to stick out a little bit, but I wanted a lot of them, you know, covered up. So I just cut that off how I wanted it. And then I took and measured on either side of the envelope. So like this was about a 1/2 inch between the edge of the envelope and the window. So I wanted to have another 1/2 inch. So I put it in my scoreboard and scored it so that if I folded it, for example, it would be a 1/2 inch. So it's even, okay? And then I just took my scissors and cut beyond that roughly at a 1/2 inch, okay? And then I'm gonna miter that 1/2 inch right there. So you still have you have like a tab and then you have that. So then what I did was I opened it up and on the back side here, cut that out. Okay, so it's a little less bulk. And then just glue that down to the back. And that's how I made the envelope. After I did all this, then, you know, I covered it with pattern papers. Now, it's probably easier to cover the inside with pattern paper before you glue that tab down. But that's basically all I did. And then this makes a pretty little window to put your little skinny journaling sticks in. And then I just used strips and covered the outside how I liked it. And that's what I did. And then I am keeping these end pieces, even though they're scored, I can still do a lot with them. You can either leave them whole, cover them with pattern paper, distress them, do all that stuff. You can even cut that off again and do something like this. Cut that back tab out, and then you have another little teeny tiny pocket, you know, that you can put somewhere in your journal. If I can get it open there, like so. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope that makes sense and you like it. I really think that this project turned out really cute. Again, this is from Your Creative Studio. This is their fall box, and this is, I'm going to call this my, my junk journal stuffed envelope insert. That's what I'm going to call it. My junk journal stuffed envelope insert. So that's what I made. It's intended to go into a junk journal and be part of the awesome goodness that is a junk journal. So, and I hate the word junk journal because I don't know. I know it's too beautiful. It's just, I don't know. There's got to be a better name. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with me. And I will see you again soon with more fun tutorials. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.